A saint in my life is my Uncle Frankie. Our family has been going through a lot of hardships now because he lost 2 wives in over 5 years. We lost his sister, my auntie, and we lost both his parents. And he's always had a positive outlook on life. It's like God has always been testing him, and he always comes through with a positive smile. He hasn't forsaken us, and he hasn't forsaken anyone. When everyone else is in despair, he always has a positive attitude that we all can rely on. This is why he's a saint in my life. Thanks, Uncle.
Saints in my life right now are all those people, young and old, who are out there in the Occupy encampments all over the United States and the world, putting up with the cold and the wet and trying to bring about economic justice for us all. And also, as a parent who had help raising 3 kids, I think any parent who has to do it alone, any single parent out there is definitely a saint.
Saint in my life is my father, because he's just more than just the dad to me. He's like my best friend. He's real, you know? He's always there for me. He'll always be there to comfort me in my time of need, and you always need somebody in your life like that.
I have 2 saints in my life, and the reasons that I have these 2 saints are I grew up in a Central Valley town of Lockford, and this town of Lockford is a small parish that is also part of a larger parish of Lodi. And both Saint Anne and Saint Joachim are the names of the churches that I attended, and they are the mother and father of Mary. And so I pray to Saint Joachim and to Saint Anne to intercede for me with Mary to help me with the prayers that I have. So those are my 2 saints, Saint Joachim and Saint Anne.
Saint in my life, probably my grandma. She's pretty religious, and she's always doing the right thing. Like, no matter how you look at her or when you look at her, she's always doing the morally correct thing. And I think it's cool to know that I have that influence in my life, and that I know that if I ever think of something, if I ever feel down, you know, I can always give my grandma a call. And she's quite the trooper, though. She does quite a lot of stuff, and she's very busy, active in the community. It's just, she emulates what I want to be when I'm 90 years old, and that's why my grandma is a saint in my life.
Here at Archbishop Reardon High School, the many students that I see, and the many students that cross my path in the day, whether it's in the hallway, or whether it's in the classroom, or even if it's out in the parking lot, or out on the field, I'm reminded that these are the saints of tomorrow, that you gentlemen are what make our life at Archbishop Reardon High School, the pride, the purpose, and the performance. And the many things that you do, and so many things that people don't even always see, you are the ones that remind me that you are the saints.
A saint in my life would have to be my mother, because as a parent she's very supportive in what my brother and I do here at school, and she's very selfless because she's willing to sacrifice her own desires for our own, and that's a quality that I very much admire in a person and something I hope to emulate in my future.
My saint is Mr. Dumas, because every single time we're in band and we mess up or something, and he tries to get us to stop, and we keep going, and I mean, you can tell he's angry, but you know, he still keeps pretty calm, and we get things done. And I don't know, that's pretty cool, right? Thanks, Mr. Dumas.
A saint is someone to me that I honor, and that I believe that I can be in communion with if I am in prayer and in faith. So there are formal saints to me and informal saints. Formal saints to me are saints that the church recognizes. Saints like Pope John Paul the 23rd. And then there are informal saints. One was a former student of mine named Kevin McDonald, who was shot and killed in Austin, Texas, a year after he graduated. And there are times that I pray to him through my faith in Christ, and I'm very certain that he hears my prayers. So he is a saint in my life.
It was hard for me to think of an answer to this question, but to me, a saint in my life is most definitely my father. He's played an important role, and even at such an old age, he's taken great care of me. He's always been there, and he's been very supportive of me, and he's been overall a great father figure that's given me phenomenal morals and ethic.
Here I am to say